Greetings, fellow Taoists, and welcome back to 1991 Review. When mentioning Han Li, perhaps fellow Taoists will immediately picture a rogue cultivator dedicated to slaying beasts and seizing treasures, hunting for fortuitous encounters, correct? However, during the period from 220 to 256 years of age, Han Li underwent an astonishing transformation. From an unknown early-stage nascent soul cultivator, after only 36 eventful springs and autumns, he had established his own power base, proudly stepping into the ranks of the peak experts in the heavenly south. It can be said that this period of time was precisely the most intense tribulations on Han Li's immortal path, revolving around three great events: the arduous love tribulation with Nangongwan, the Great War on the heavenly south border, and a heaven-shaking, earth-shattering calamity at Devilfall Valley. What is the truth of the matter? Right now, let's explore it together. After severing his mortal ties, taking Lu Yu as an in-name disciple, and comprehending the art of insect control and the six-winged frost centipede, Han Li suddenly heard news that Nangongwan was about to hold a grand ceremony. He immediately flew to the masked moon sect. Here, our old Devil Han performed a classic wife-snatching scene. After reuniting with his beautiful confidant, the two decided to combine their strengths, suppress the Grand Elder, seize the Blood Demon sword, and help Nangongwan break the heart-binding art. After this great upheaval, Nangongwan betrayed her sect and officially joined the Drifting Cloud sect. But the heavenly Tao is merciless. Their budding happiness was immediately extinguished. Only 1 year later, Nangongwan was inflicted with a soul-sealing curse by an elder from the Een-sifting sect, forcing her to seal her own body in ice. This tragedy exposed the cruelty of the cultivation world and forged Han Li's irreconcilable blood feud. Without a trace of hesitation, he immediately refined the Great Gung Sword formation, hunted down that elder, retook the Ghost Banner, and obtained the corpse refinement method. Parallel to this love tribulation, Han Li's status in the heavenly south also underwent an earth-shaking transformation. The border war erupted. No longer a mere bystander, Han Li became a key figure. Initially, he entered the war only for personal gain, to collect gung gold, but the workings of fate are unpredictable, pushing him into a situation beyond his control. When his fellow cultivators were trapped in the Blood Gauze Claw, it was Han Li who escaped and returned to rescue them. The pinnacle of his military achievements was when Han Li slew Madame Lu, the Tao companion of the Een-sifting Sectmaster, and seized the Origin Bright Lantern, directly reversing the tide of the war. After this battle, the name Han Li was no longer unknown, but had instead shaken the heavenly south. Even so, he did not waste time, immediately entering secluded cultivation to cultivate his second nascent soul and refine the heavenly snow demon corpse. This was the moment old Devil Han's strength increased by leaps and bounds. If the heavenly south battlefield was where Han Li established his Taoist name, then Devilfall Valley was a true life-and-death tribulation that almost caused him to perish in body and Tao. All the machinations began with a calculation. Han Li traveled to the far west, met Divine Sovereign Great Development, and learned the Great Development art and the puppet art. When the Ghost Spirit sect was forced to issue the Devilfall Order, Han Li immediately returned to the heavenly south, refining a large number of core formation stage puppets in preparation to enter the valley. At 225 years of age, Han Li met Ziling in Devilfall Valley. He tracked the Ghost Spirit sect and seized the Spirit Bamboo Fruit first, from which he refined the Good Fortune Pill to simulate the next realm in advance. But tragedy struck suddenly when Marquis Nanlong and Lu Weiying accidentally released a demon soul and were devoured by it. At the same time, another group of cultivators was deceived by the blood-spotted soul fragment, leading it into a spatial fissure, causing a spatial explosion that shocked the entire heavenly south. Devilfall Valley instantly transformed into an Azura's purgatory. Facing this situation, Han Li had to fight the main blood-spotted soul to rescue old Ancestor Ling Hu. When the soul fragment emerged, it snatched Han Li's two bamboo cloud swords before being heavily injured and escaping. As for our old Devil Han and the main soul, they were sucked into the ruins of the Spirit Temple Garden. The main soul was annihilated by the restrictions, while Han Li, in a blessing in disguise, obtained countless spirit medicines. However, the price to pay was that his body was invaded by baleful qi, forcing him to enter seclusion on the spot. While Han Li was in seclusion, the outside world was not peaceful. The blood-spotted soul fragment, now incarnated as Elder Han, had become a great hidden disaster. After leaving the valley, it frantically devoured nascent souls to recover. From there, it sabotaged the great formation of the Boundless Sea, causing a heaven-shaking sea eye. Despite being heavily injured by the Heavenly South's devil-slaying team, it still escaped to the Great Gene, hiding within the Yi Imperial family. After 27 long years, at 252 years of age, Han Li emerged from seclusion. He not only survived, but also broke through, officially advancing to the mid-nascent soul stage, escaping the ruins and returning to the Drifting Cloud sect. From here, Han Li began a phase of comprehensively consolidating his cultivation and resolving lingering karma. The first thing he did was give the medicinal pill to Nangong Wan. This event indirectly caused Mu Peeling to have to modify the Mad Phoenix origin nurturing art she was practicing. By age 253, Mu Peeling successfully formed her core. Not long after, Han Li represented the Drifting Cloud sect to attend the observation ceremony at the 100 Possibilities Pavilion. There, he took action and defeated Jin Yuan. This battle directly decided the outcome, forcing the three sects of the Cloud Dream to reorganize their ranking, affirming the status of the Drifting Cloud sect. After the event, Han Li did not forget his old promise. He went to the Seven Spirits Islands at the invitation of Adept Chiang. Here, he assisted and once again sealed the formation eye of the Boundless Sea. As thanks, the three cultivators gifted him Spirit Tortoise Island. At the Abyss of Devilish Chi, Han Li obtained the Devil Core Drill and the Scarlet Spirit Soft Jade, repaired the Ghost Banner, and then returned to the Drifting Cloud sect for seclusion. This was the period where Han Li focused on increasing his combat strength. He completely refined the Azure Blue Ice Flame and began cultivating the Heaven Void Cauldron treasure art. During this time, our old Devil Han also successfully refined a nascent soul level puppet. By age 256, Han Li's second nascent soul finally reached grand completion. His mortal ties were severed, his strength had reached a new realm, and Han Li decided to leave the Heavenly South, officially setting foot on the immortal path, heading to the Great Gene. Thus, these 36 eventful years were precisely the key period that helped Han Li truly metamorphose. Fellow Taoists, what are your thoughts on this part of his immortal path? Please leave a comment to discuss the Tao together. For now, this humble one shall take his leave. I hope to see you all again.